Good morning, everybody. It's Shelly. Hope you're having a good day. I see a little bit of my mess in the background. I always try to clear that up, but whatever. I'm a reseller, chaotic. It's who I am. It's what I do. So the card of the day is the Nine of Wands reversed. And what that is, so when that card is upright, first of all, I will show it to you. So there it is. It's about, so the wands represent like your career and your skills and all that sort of stuff. So that person is holding their own wand with fire on it. So it's like holding your own, like in a work environment, like proving yourself, feeling like you really need to do that. So when that's flipped upside down, it's more about maybe it's time to start cooperating with others. My feed seems really choppy, so hopefully it's not like that for everybody. Let's see here. Anyways, so this card is all about you feeling like that, like you really have to hold your own and prove yourself, and it's kind of like this negative, stressful, anxious place to be, and to just kind of let go of that and start delegating and start knowing that even though they're not going to do it the way you would do it, they're going to get the job done, and that's on them. It's not on you because you're delegating to them. And if, like they can't handle it, then you'll find somebody better to handle it, that sort of thing. It's letting go of that responsibility of everybody else doing it a certain way. So, if you, like for me, I'm doing my reselling business with my clothes, and I just have to trust that, the post office is going to deliver my stuff, that the buyers are going to, give me a good rating, that, the thrift stores are going to provide the right stuff for me to sell. So this is just like a card for the day. So if you're struggling with something at work, it's just, and you have come upon this video, this is just the universe and source energy telling you, hey, it's time to let go. It's time to delegate. Stop trying to prove yourself. Stop trying to, do it all and be this superhuman that, can multitask and all that. Settle down, let some other people take on some responsibilities, and get in a better space in your work, in your skill, and all of that. So there's your tarot card for the day. The next thing I was going to talk about on a law of attraction level is your connection with source energy, or your connections with source energy. So I was just watching, I've become a TikTok addict. And the kids got me into it, and I have to like get my stuff done for the day before I can TikTok, because I will get on there and then it's like 2 hours later, I'm like, what the heck just happened? So anyways, I was watching a TikTok, of course, and this lady was talking about her near-death experience. And so I watched, there's a movie, it's either on Amazon Prime, the streaming TV thing, or it's on Netflix, but it's about near-death experiences and how that changes people. Obviously, if you've passed away and then come back to the physical, it's huge. Like, oh my gosh, you've seen what's on the other side. And so she was talking about just how when she had her near-death experience, that she just experienced being connected with everything. Like, it wasn't about this individual who, it's not like a physical experience. Like, some people say like heaven, where you're just walking around and there's yummy food and there's horses to pet and you can fly in the sky if you want to. No, this is a love, abundance, pure connection that you have with everything, that you become a part of. And the thing is that's where we came from. We chose to come and have this virtual physical experience and expand. And if you look at it that way, it becomes easier and easier to choose happiness. Because even if you, as Abraham Hicks, Esther and Abraham, the channeler gal, I just absolutely love her, as she says, when you croak, putting it very bluntly, you're just back connected to that better than you ever have been, because you don't have this, ego and physical experience. So it's just an interesting concept to think about, like when you're struggling, like I know that I've discussed, our situation where we had to move out of our last house and move into this house, and it just felt impossible because we had to move out quickly and we didn't have any way to do it. And or we had ways to do it, but we just couldn't find a place that was reasonable, that would accept our dog, and blah, blah, blah. And I actually went and visited my old landlords yesterday because I bought something from them. And I had told the husband that I really appreciated him talking me into faith and just knowing and getting back into that. For him, it's more of a Christian experience, and for me it's more of a law of attraction experience. But he just reminded me that you just have to have faith that everything can go great, and everything was going great for them to move back into their old house, and I needed to have faith that our new house was there. And I literally went to bed that night bringing that faith and that source energy back into my life. And the next day we found the house that I'm sitting in right now. So, and we've been here for 4.5 years. We have an amazing landlord. It's great. I'm so grateful for this place. But it's just interesting when you disconnect from that source energy and how frustrating and crazy everything can be. And then when you decide to get back to it and have faith in it, and you can start small. I mean, I started with like way back before I even knew what it was. And I was just practicing like this, I want to say recipe, but this, like, you're supposed to do this and this and this, and then you could get what you want. And basically it was write your affirmations in the present tense, close your eyes and visualize your affirmations. So at that time I wanted to move into a bigger house. So I would go in my room every night before bed, and I would tell my husband, I'm going into the room. At the time Madison was like a year old. Keep Madison out here and entertain her. I'm just going to be 20 minutes. I went in there, wrote my affirmations 10 times, closed my eyes, imagined myself moving into the bigger house. 2 weeks, and my aunt called me out of the blue and said, hey, your uncle and I are buying a house, and in the like requirements to buy the house, we have to rent our house out so we have that income. And would you and Scott like to move in there? And that's how that happened. And that was back, so she's 24 almost. So yeah, that was, and I was just like, oh, that was cool, that worked. And then I like put it down for years. I put it down for like 10 years. Like, what? Why did I do that? So anyways, I knew it could work. And so I've done it with like a set of tires for my van. I have my dream car in my driveway. I have a really good job that I love to do. Like, like, do I have bad days? Heck yeah, I have bad days. Do I have days where I'm just stressing out and freaking out? Yeah. And I've realized that I really need to step back from the media. I'm not watching the news or anything, but there's a lot of stuff on TikTok and Facebook about government, blah, blah, blah. And I really had to step back because I found myself in the last month or two, well, actually like through the whole summer, kind of getting wound up in that, and I have to let go. So that's just like a really good lesson to get back to source, because even if something happened and I left this physical world, I'm going to be just fine. Like, I'm going to be better even. Like, I'm here to have this experience. It's all about the experiences. So whether that experience includes, our whole country changing for the better or for the worse, it's an experience, and I need to, find my faith in that. or whether it's me just getting happier and happier and more abundant. And when I say abundant, I do mean money, but I mean everything else. Abundant in food, abundant in relationships, abundant spiritually. I started doing some guided hypnosis stuff to literally change the programming in my mind as fast as possible. I just got a book on NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming, which is the same thing. It's just like these methods of changing your programming. Who you are, what you do, how you do it is all about your programming. And it starts before you even come out of the womb. You know, it starts with your mom's emotions when she's pregnant with you and dealing with those. That's energy. You feel that energy if, you know, as you're growing inside your mom. And then, you know, you come out in those first like 5 to 7 years where you're like, I kind of remember a few things about those years, but not a lot. That's because you're like in this beta mode where you're just soaking everything up. So when you hear your parents fighting about money, or you hear your mom so excited about her new career, like it's the good, the bad, all of it. Like you soak it all in. So then you take those things into life, and then you're like, why, you know, I have this amazing job. Why am I so bad with money? Well, if you look back, maybe when you were 5, your parents got a divorce because of money, and you thought that's how that money was bad, and you know, just like, so you can reprogram all that, and you can do it in so many ways, and you have to find a way that works for you. But connection to source energy is huge. Having faith in that place that you came from is so huge, because when you do that, when you really believe that and get that into your mind, you can do anything. Okay, and then I think that was what I was going to talk about. And then I was just going to say, if you do want a tarot reading, I do a 7-card tarot reading that includes past, present, future, lesson, blocks, and challenge, and a summation card. So I believe it's on I put it on my blog in the description of this video, and it is, I believe I have it there for $20. I'm probably going to raise that price within the next month or two, just because my time is valuable. And then if you want to be coached, if you're just looking for different ways, or to, you know, dig a little deeper and find your best ways of how to change and reprogram your own mind to become happier, I would love to help you with that. I'm not a hypnotist. I'm not going to hypnotize you, but I will definitely help you figure it out and what you need to do to start switching your life so it feels better and it is better. And it's not just about money. It's, you know, it's about your job, having a good job. It's about being around the right people. It's about doing the right things during the day that are good for you. I probably should have been diagnosed like ADHD or whatever when I was a kid. I don't like to sit still for too long. If I had to be in a job where I just had to be in one place for too long and doing the same thing over and over, and I have been in those jobs, I can't handle it for long, and I have to move on to something that is a little bit more my speed. And for the last 20 years, I've been reselling clothes online. So that's huge for me, because every day is different. I can go to the thrift store today, or I can sit here and list a bunch of stuff. Or, you know, there's days where I don't do any of that because, like, you know, the kids are busy and they need me for something, or, you know, we're off doing something, or it's the weekend or whatever. Like, I have so much, like, time freedom is so important to me. And I'm working on the abundance freedom, which is just getting better and better. We're so much better off than we have been, I think, in our whole marriage financially. It's just been great. So, yeah, I can teach you how to get there and do all that stuff. I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming to be, but I am definitely happy most of the time. And I have attracted some pretty amazing things in my life, and I'd love to show you how. So I left my Facebook page for creating Happy Mondays, and my blog for getting a tarot reading if you're interested in either one of those. And I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.